you realize that no matter how hard you hope in people, there's the word hope. No matter how hard now how much you believe in a person, not even how much you believe will change what the person chooses to do and be. All you can really do is believe in yourself, hope in yourself, to think that someone's gonna come on this mountain and carry the cross with me to fulfill this prophecy. To believe that a people would care enough to hope in them, time and time again. Someone's just gonna look at you and say, look, Alize, you pick up the cross and you finish it. You keep going. Look, Alize, you keep believing. You keep hoping. And you go. Go. Did you know that it took that? It took for someone to shake me. It took for me to face it, to actually accept it. I don't think I could ever accept it. But to just continue going. Go until I want to turn back again. Back to help someone. Hope in someone. Believe in someone. Be there. But then someone has to shake me again and say, Alize, keep going. Don't get stuck here with these people. You've been here before. You've done your deed. If you stay any longer, you will be stuck here. It's your time to be free. You earned it. You worked your whole life. It's time for you to rest. So go. But that's the thing. It's in my heart. If I leave now and I go back home, what will happen to my babies? Someone said they'll be okay, but they'll be left. I'd be I'd be okay with them going first, and I'll follow after them. But to leave and for them to still be here, it doesn't seem right to me. Doesn't make sense. So I'm not free until everyone is. That's what my heart tells me. But I know I deserve to go home. I know I've earned my freedom. I know that. And my soul knows desperately where it wants to be, my desires. But my heart will be still here. And the souls of the innocents and the souls of my babies, that's where my heart would be. Because I love them. I care for them. What is life without love? I'm back home, but nothing I love is there. It's not home then. I wouldn't feel complete. I just want them to have a fair chance, a fair life at least. They still have to work for it, hard work and dedication, of course, but let it be fair. Let them not be discriminated against just because of how they look, their skin tone. They have to work for it, but at least they'll be able to fairly. That's it. Setting them up for a prosperous life where there's no predators preying on them. I can't leave them in this where there's predators that are free and have the power. These predators work for the higher ups. You're thinking that they're in good hands because this person has power. You just giving them to the enemy. One day this will all go away. One day. One day it will be like just a memory. But you know, I honestly, I honestly don't want it to go away. I don't ever want to forget because it has not just made me see, but it has changed me in some way. To want this to go away and forget about it, no, no, that's too easy. Just like when someone has the Alzheimer's disease, that's too easy. Now they forget all of what they've done, all of who they were. No, I want you to live with it. I want you to live with what you've done. Let it haunt you in your memories, in your thoughts, in your dreams. That is what you deserve. You will live forever. You will never die. That's too easy. My Father can destroy the soul. So even if you think that you're going to off yourself, even if you think that they're going to give you a lethal injection to end your life force in this timeline, you're still somewhere out there. Your soul still lives. You have not been destroyed. Just the body. Your brain is fried. Your organs failed. You're bleeding out. You're run dry. The body is empty. The body disintegrates. But you, the soul is his. And you will live forever. That is what you deserve. Think about that. To live forever and to not know when and how or what you'll be resurrected, you'll be reincarnated. You don't know. You can come back as a slave. You can come back in this sort of time. You never know. It's not up to you, is it? No. It's up to the person that owns your soul, puts you in a family, puts you in a body. That's what you deserve. So you can off yourself and continue offing yourself, and you still will never end yourself. You will still live forever. It's like that movie Death Day. You keep repeating the same day because you're going to live forever. And because you don't control your life. You never did. You never had any control, ever. Not really. Not when you're not your own creator. That's your punishment. So you want to hope that the creator gives you will, gives you a chance, gives you life, gives you all of what you choose and what you want and what you desire. Because maybe that's what you deserve. Yeah, you have to deserve it now. Because when he's created you perfectly, you found something wrong with it. You wanted to change it. Okay, well, let's see who actually wants and deserves. Whoever doesn't want it doesn't deserve it. all of this will soon be gone. I can't wait to see the faces of these fools. They're laughing now. They're comfortable now. Just think about it. What they're doing right now, they think that they're untouchable. You see, over here, it's very quiet, very calm. We're sane. Over there, they're probably doing abominable things, getting away with it. Can you only imagine? Thinking about how many children are being abused right now. Face it, because they have to. All you have to do is think about them, but they're actually going through it. So let's shine light on it. Do you know that there's children being abused right now? At this very moment. And they're helpless because they're children. And they're being abused by someone with authority, someone that has power, someone that's older, someone that has common sense to know what's wrong and right, well aware of it. How dare you? How dare you think you can get away with this? There are stone cold predators out here that have never faced punishment. And they think that people forgotten or people will never know their little skeletons. But God knows. And people like me know, and we're going to keep bringing awareness to it. I may not know your face. I don't have to. I may not know your name. I don't have to. I know of you. And that's enough. God knows your face. God knows your name. God knows exactly where you're at and what you're doing right now. I just know you exist. I know you're out there. I know you walk these streets. I know that you work among me. And it only takes for that predator to go to school and get an education and be somebody from the outside. So they be walking around in fancy suits. They may have degrees. They may have more money than us. Rich. I see you. I see you. And you are disgusting. You can fool them with all your riches, all your fancy suits, all of the things on the surface. But I know you. I know the real you. You're disgusting. You're a parasite. You don't deserve to die. You deserve to live forever. That torment. And you will have no control. Just like when I came into this world and I was put in a family, and you happen to be put in a family that in this world was not least, well, we will see. We will all come to see. These are the same ones that when they're outed, when their facade falls, the veil, they want to off themselves. Instead of facing and telling the truth, confessing, they off themselves the moment they're caught. Isn't that so cowardly? That's so easy, right? They got off so easy. No, they didn't. They'll live forever. They're still living. They're still living. They just kind of made it easier, I guess. You know, one less person that I guess has to die here. They've already did it themselves. This is all temporary. This is not a forever land. It's just, you know, they just went they went early. But the soul is still my Father's. All souls will have to come to him regardless. Whether you end your life now, end your life later, or old age, sickness, whatever it is, or the coming of Christ, we will all still have to face the Creator. They're not dead. Just like your loved ones. You'll see them again. They're not dead. They're not dead at all. They're just no longer in the flesh. And when you start realizing that, there's peace. There's relief. They're not dead. Man can destroy the body, but they cannot destroy the soul. Only the Creator can do that. The soul is what makes up the existence of life. That's the only reason why the body, the reason why you're in this body, you make up it. If you're not a robot, right? Like obviously a body can run, right? You can create a body to run, but God's creation, right, as a human, is to put a living soul in it. So in that depiction, that's what makes up the existence, the living will of this human is the soul. Now they want to make robots, right? Humanoids, they call it, because they look like humans, but they have no soul. They are robots. They're made of technology. You realize that, as I was saying, this duty, as you know it, this work that I do in the spirit, is not something that everyone's going to do. Everyone's going to inspire to do, aspire to do. You realize that if you're doing it, you're meant to do it. And if you're not doing it, you weren't supposed to. But the thing is that we want people to be more like this sort of example. Because you try to make people see that all you're doing is speaking up. And anyone can do that. But it still comes down to a choice. And it does come down to what it is, and that is a higher calling. This is not just any sort of work. This isn't light, easy stuff. This is very dark and heavy things. And that's not something people could carry or would want to carry. So, no, I can say, oh, this is just what everyone should do. Yeah, it could be what everyone should or would want or would need to do, but really, not everyone's capable. Not everyone's worthy. This this sort of position has become a worthy position. It has become that. But before that, it was just let's all stand up for each other. Let's all speak up and help one another. Let's stand up for what's right. Let's stand up for the children of the world, right? Get these predators out of here. It's those things, just those basic things. But since what happens is no one does it, no one's doing it, that it becomes this position. It becomes this worthy position because it's like, who in the world is worthy enough? Who in the world is strong enough to speak up? The world has made a difference. Again, I would have thought everyone could, but no. You find out it's just 1, 2, 3. You find it's only like 0.1% of the world. Whatever that means. It's become, when it comes down to not statistics, the truth. When it comes to what God sees when he looks in the world and why he uses those certain words, my chosen, my elect, I'm delighted in them. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be coming. I would still be delayed. But for them, their sake, I'm coming. Because if I didn't, no one would be saved. No one would survive. It has become this. It didn't have to. He could have looked down and seen everyone working for the greater good. But now he chooses out of all the souls in the world. He looks down and he chooses a few. Not because of partiality, clearly, because of what they choose. He says, I want this person. I want that woman. That's a worthy woman right there. That's one heck of a woman. That's a warrior. I want her on my side. I want her with me. I want her sitting next to me. I want to get to know her. I want to talk to her. Who is she? Basic sense, right? When you see something worthy, you find like you're interested. In the eyes of God, certain elect people he's electing, he's appointing, he's choosing is interest to him. And we know why, because again, it's common sense. I'm sure we know why God would choose certain people and what that may mean. What is about those people that they may have that others don't? What makes them chosen by God? I'm sure we all know that, because when it's time to, everyone says, I'm her, I'm him, I fit the shoe, I'm the bride. So everyone sort of knows what it takes. But not everyone is that way. Not everyone has done that work. But they know what it takes. They'll say, she's a strong woman in the world. She had to go through this. She had to go through that. She had to get through this. She had to get through that and this and that. And I'm sure she's not doing this. All these things. So we can't say that we don't know what it takes. to be for God to be delighted in us, for a God, the Creator, to choose one of us. And we also know what it takes to be chosen by man, right? Just dress up, you know what I'm saying? Be feminine, you know what I'm saying? And kiss their feet and just shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. That's the starter pack. Shut your mouth. Okay? Look pretty. Make sure you looking good. Your body nice. That's it. You don't even gotta look that good. You don't even gotta look that attractive. Just shut up. Shut up. And you'll be able to get married, have kids, live happily ever after. Skirt. Scratch the happily ever after, but you get it. Live in deception. Live in a facade. Live in an illusion. Live a lie, right? Live a lie. Because again, they said shut up. That means they don't like you. But you're living with them. You're married, but you can't even be yourself. So anyway, again, the starter pack to understand how the world would choose you, certain people in the world, is shut up and dress the part. Look the part. Again, you're probably not even that attractive, but because you're soft or appear to be feminine, the way they, require you to be, maybe they require you to get your nails done every week, and that's feminine to them. Okay, whatever. That's it. Look the part. They said we don't like you natural, so wear a wig. So you wear a wig, bozo. And we can keep going, right? So again, does that sound like a happily ever after? Hell no. But anyways, let's just keep going with your delusional self. Delulu deception, just all deception. Because it's irritating. But we know what it takes to be chosen by Satan, okay? Let's put a name on it. And his demons, right? The people that have the spirit of him, right? Most of the world. Because it's only a few of us, is it not? My father didn't lie. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at his daughter. He said it first. That's why God said, they don't hate you, they hate me, mama. They hate me. I said, yeah, because Father, you said these things. Why they get mad at me? I'm just repeating it. Father said that it's only a few of us. So yes, it's most of you. Most of you are demonic. And most of you are Satan's children. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like you mad at me for something that you already know. You just mad at me because I'm outing you. That's it. But you know this already. Like, how you mad at me when that's you? That's the thing. You're not mad at me because it's you. You mad at me because I'm telling you what's obvious. Duh. You didn't want nobody to know. Anyway. So, yeah, you're Satan's children. Duh. You got his fruits. You act like him, talk like him. Your father, and pathetic because all he expects is for you to look the part. Again, you're probably not even attractive. Period. It doesn't matter. And I'm making that really potent because it's like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, he doesn't even like you. You could be ugly to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be ugly. Literally. You ever seen someone and you're just like, how did this person pull this person? Exactly. Because they're a rag doll. As long as he can get what he can get out of you, or she can get what she can get out of you, it don't matter how you look to them. That's a grim reaper. They're hobos. Like, they just want a free meal. They just want a hot meal at that. They won't tolerate a cereal. No. You're gonna have to cook for them. Trust me. Well, don't trust me because I wouldn't know, but I know basic sense. Like, who wouldn't want a hot meal? And especially if someone's using you for your access, they're not coming in for them to get cereal, a bowl of milk. Again, they don't like you. They're using you for what you can give them. You think they're going to tolerate you giving them cold cereal? A bowl of milk? No, they say get to work. You're a slave to them. What do you mean? They don't care if you cry. They don't care if you ugly. They don't care. They don't care if you cute. Get to work. That's what I mean. They didn't come here to love you. They didn't come here to cater you and cuddle you and kiss on you and adore you. Hell no. They freaking hate your guts. You know what I mean? Like, they hate you. They can't stand you. They can't even stand to look at you. They don't even look at you. They don't even make eye contact with you. But you married to them, though. And this is a happily ever after? Hell no, it isn't. But let me go on with your deception. So we know what it takes when it comes to Satan. Most of the world, the starter pack is look the part on the surface. From society, that's dialed up, right? That's like you dressed up, you dialed up 24/7. Don't take off the wig when you get home. You got to keep it on, my bro. They got brothers out here doing that too. So keep it on, my guy. Keep it on. You got people out here starving themselves, only eating grapes, because it's just like that's what it takes. That's what it takes to be chosen by Satan. You got to eat a grape. You got to eat a grape. Even though he still despise you, you know what I'm saying? He still don't even like you. That's what I mean. Like, it don't matter how skinny you get, how big you get. He don't like you. But he will talk. Like, here's the thing. It's crazy, right? It's really crazy. He doesn't care about you, only what you could do for him. And even though he don't care about you or what you really look like, he still will make it seem like he do. To just make you feel some sort of way. Make you feel less than. Like, oh, you need to lose weight. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You need to gain weight. Oh, you need to do this. You need to fix your hair. You need your nails done. Ew. Because he's about vanity. Even though, again, he don't care for you. He could tell her, him, them. He'd tell anybody that. Right? Like, you come into my office. Like, he says, you come into my office, I want you wearing this. That's it. He don't care what your name is. He don't care. This is what he want to see. This is it. So if you're thinking, oh, this person gives me money to get my nails done, this person, no, they just don't like you. Okay? You think money is a reward? You think buying artificial things is really going to help you? Is really going to heal you? Is really saving you out here? No, it's not. It's destroying you, honey. It's destroying your confidence. Like, what happens when you don't have access and money and artificial things? Are you going to be okay with yourself? You could say you are, but let's be real, okay? It does something to your confidence when you have to wear these things 24/7. Please. The starter pack to be accepted by the world and Satan is to look the part. Looking the part is usually not natural, okay? Because if it was, then there'd be more people loving your natural self. And you would see more people living more natural, wearing their natural hair texture for the most part, wearing their natural nails, their natural eyebrows, everything, that their natural teeth. The hell? Their natural teeth. And I'm talking about the ones that ain't nothing was wrong with their teeth and still went to get dentures. Still went to get buck teeth.
Still went to go get the horse dentures. Please. You're mocking the ones that actually need teeth. You're mocking the ones that actually lost their teeth. What the hell is wrong with you? You trying to validate what? What club are you trying to get into? Like who person are you trying to impress that you gotta literally sell your whole self? You gotta literally abuse yourself. Nothing was wrong with your teeth. You didn't even have crooked teeth. You didn't even have braces. If something was literally wrong with your teeth, why didn't you just get braces? Anyways, like I said, waste of time. The starter pack for Satan to be accepted is to look the part, and that's usually artificial and superficial. Okay, that's also acting superficial. Yeah. That's another thing. Shut up. Shut up with that tone of voice, that rhythm of sound. Shut it up, because it's fake. Shut it up and stop acting like you're something that you're not. Shut up. If Tony don't like you, Tony don't like you. If he don't like your voice, he don't like your voice. Shoot, if you weren't born in the what is it called? If you weren't born in the suburban areas, then why the hell, if you weren't born there, why the hell do you sound like it? You know what I mean? If you're not around these sort of people, how the hell are you sounding like them? And don't say you're trying to teach yourself. You're trying to train your voice. Because again, why can't you just use your own voice? Okay? That's it. Now, I understand certain states, they have an accent, and maybe you might not want an accent. You might just want to talk, as they say, proper. That's what they say. I talk proper, right? We talk proper. There's no sort of accent, unless I'm talking in an accent or something. But there's no accent. I'm from Connecticut, okay? But everywhere around me, there's accents. There's Jersey accents, there's Boston, there's New York, right? They all have this sort of distinct talk to them. And then you go down south, and then you got that southern accent, and then that southern slang. So generally, right? Now, again, you can pick up certain things and you can poke around and, talk a certain way. But your voice, like, regardless, this is how I sound, right? This is my voice. Without an accent, without a slang. It's just proper sounding. It's just proper sounding. I have a raspy voice, but it's proper, okay? It's your voice. That's it. If Carl does not appreciate my voice, that's Carl's issue. Let's get real. We're getting older. We need to know better and start acting mature. We don't need to prove anything to anybody. If they don't like us, then they don't like us. It ain't about what Carl wants. Carl wants me to be a suburban girl. Carl, do you know what a suburban girl is? What is a suburban girl, Carl? This should be interesting. Carl, we're listening. Carl said a suburban girl is someone that talks suburban. Yeah. Okay. What else? See, here's the thing. I don't even want to put it out there because it doesn't make sense. So, you know, it ain't even suburban people or suburban, you know, it's just, again, when you ask certain people, these are the things they say, right? Like, oh, they may want you to act a certain way or how this person tends to act. Listen, okay? The problem is that for me, I feel like the world just hasn't seen greatness, okay? The world hasn't seen anything real. And so when you don't have anything real, all you have is nonsense to like debate over, to compete with. Like that's nonsense and that's nonsense, but we only have nonsense. So, you know, it's like one of those things. Until someone real comes on the scene and it's like, you meet me, you want me to be suburban or you want me to be me? Exactly. Because nobody suburban got anything on me, and nobody from those other places got anything on me. That's it. That's it. I can fit in anywhere. Okay? I don't need to go outside of myself. I don't need to try so hard. Just be me. Because I'm a realist. Just be real. That's the thing. When you're real, it makes people look and think and pause. It does. Right? You go over there to those rich places and you know you're being you. They're like, oh, this is Alizé. Hello. They're like, oh, we like you. I'm like, why do you like me? I don't know. You're just different. You're just a different type of black girl. I said, what type of black girl? They're, you know, and I tell them like, be real. They're like, well, most of the time when we get black girls, they kind of sort of seem like they're suburban or they try to act like it. I don't know. You're just different. And I'm like, I know. Because here's the thing. One of them thought, where are you from? Are you from the suburban? I can't even say it anymore. Are you from the suburbs? I can't even say that word. I mean, I feel like I'm saying it, but then I also feel like I'm not saying it right. But anyways, we get what I'm saying. And then I say, no, I'm not. I'm from where I'm from. And I've gone through what I've gone through. And they say, that's what it is. You're just real. I say, yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like, just be real and you'll fit in. I mean, you won't, but you will. You know, you'll shine. It's like one of those things. Whether you fit in or you don't fit in, you shine. So I bring this topic up because it is true. I've seen certain women that are my color that sort of come off a certain way, okay? Like they're sort of better. And the way that they try to make it look like they're better, well, they try to make it seem like they're better by looking better. Like, oh, we're better dressed. Our hair is better. Or our hair is straighter. You know, I'm going to straighten my hair, or I'm going to talk a certain way, or I'm going to talk lighter, or I'm going to talk more proper. And it's like, I get if it was you. Like, if that is who you are, you know, you literally talk lighter, then that's fine. But it's the ones where they're trying so hard and you see it. And it's just like, girl, we're not in competition. Now, see, with me, I've never really had that encounter. I just see it. You know, of course, I'll never have a long interaction with these people to, you know, to have to feel like, okay, like, is there some competition? But I can sense it sometimes. Like, if I'm in the same proximity of someone that sort of is that way, I don't really like bring attention to it. I'm just saying I notice it, right? It's like you try not to make eye contact with that sort of person, or they try to not make eye contact with you. I know there's going to be some sort of like, I'm being funny, but what's that, I just know there's some sort of show, right, that may come out about certain things like this, right? Because they always do. They're starting to come out with it, maybe on like Apple, like an Apple series, because they've been coming out with some crazy stuff. And things that are known, they just don't really speak about, but it's very, very loud in the spirit. Like it's very, very loud. Like maybe the black girl in the office with people. I don't know. Like it's just crazy stuff. Um, or that, like what I'm saying, like that black girl that is in the office with an older black woman, and the way they're so different, because of you know the way this black woman has been, say, around a certain community or a certain way, and that storyline, right? So it's along the lines of that it is real. I'm not around it all the time. um and I also think because I live in a predominantly black area in the South. So yeah, but I can only imagine how, like, annoying that could be, to like have to hear that tone of voice all the time. Like, yeah, so I was just going down the street and like I just thought, like, how could I ever, and I don't know if anyone's gonna tell her, but even the people that tend to talk that way naturally, well, tend to talk that way from what we know, they don't really talk that way. Like that. I don't know, and I don't know. Like I just thought that. I just couldn't believe it. Like what? And then they all start sounding that way. Who's gonna tell the black girl they don't actually sound like that? Okay, they don't. They just talk regular, right? Like, yeah, dude, what's up? But all that, I don't know. Like it's so crazy. Like so catch, so fetch. Like what? It's that thing right there that they've adapted to. And it's like, girl, they don't even talk that way. Okay? Please stop. No, man. That person is not real. Anyways, I couldn't. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm that chick where it's like, I can't do this. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I will probably, me just being me will probably just disrupt the whole house, the whole place, the whole atmosphere, the whole energy. Just like, this one lady said to this other person. They were like, what's wrong with her? Why don't you like her? And she was like, well, she said something along the lines of, she's gonna mess up your whole house. She's gonna turn your house upside down. It's like, I really, really am starting to understand, or at least feed into that, because it's like, that's exactly what I would do. And I only do it not physically, I do it by just being me. Because it tears down that wall, that barrier, that firmament, that glass, that facade, that deception. Because it's like, all I have to do is, while the girl's like, oh my God, I just don't know why. Like, and another girl says, yeah, I just don't know why neither. And then I go, what are you talking about? As deep as my voice is. Right? It just tears it down. It's like, someone around here doesn't belong. And I'm like, yeah, it's y'all. Yeah, you can look at me, but it's like, it's something wrong with you. No, something wrong with you. No, something wrong with you. No, something wrong with you. I'm like, it's you. It's you. I'm like, ugh. Okay, well, I'm going. You know what? No. Keep this energy. I'ma go. You know what? Because it ain't even a loss. Why would I want to stay here, right? If there's more of you guys here than me, you right. I'ma go. Because I'm not safe. I don't feel comfortable here. There's no reason why I feel I need to stay here to prove something. No, I don't. I don't at all. You're right. Please. It's so bad that you want to leave. Like, your ears can't take no more of that. And this is another thing. It's in a whole nother community too, right? Certain homosexuals, they have this same thing. It's like, oh, like they've adapted they're trying to train themselves to talk in this way, and it's like, yo, what is going on? Get me. All right, I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because my ears is really irritated. What is all this fakeness? Like, and there it is. You break down that barrier by just speaking regular. You're not like, oh my God, and you're not trying to adapt to these things. Like, dang, I'm not trying to fit in. Like before I knew I had to fit in. I'm not trying to fit in with this crap. You find out they're saying it's good to make friends. I said, I'm sure it is. But then they say how you have to make friends. You got to follow each other. You have to do what everyone else is doing. I'm like, really? They said, yeah, you have to start talking like this. I said, but I have my own voice. Well, you must not want to make friends. I said, something is not adding up here. They said, oh, guys, we have a rebel. We have one, right? There it is. That's how you stand out, you shine. Well, that's how you become the enemy. You become the devil. Oh, you become the devil. And it's like, oh, I'm the devil? I didn't know that. I'm the bad guy? Wow, I didn't know I was bad. I'm the black sheep? I didn't choose to be. They stamp that right on your forehead. Just, there you go, buddy. You are the monkey in the middle. I said, who said I was a monkey in the middle? I didn't put myself there. You just are. That's just who you are in this system. You don't have a choice because it's who you are. It's in you. I said, I see. They knew more than what they were showing. They knew more before I knew it. You see, they already knew, and I was starting to catch on. I'm like, wow. Okay. And that's why you have to be spiritually mature out here. You have to, if you're going to be in these places, know where you at. Know who you are. Know who you are. Because it doesn't matter if you're black. You can get in anywhere. Yeah, you might think they're racist, but if you are who you are and you know how, and you exude that, you get to talk to these people, they're gonna see you. They're gonna see you, and they're gonna be like, we want her. She can come. And that's not like a free pass to be like, yeah, I got in. No, it's not that. I'm just saying that you can use this little message for a lot of things that, for example, color never mattered. It never truly mattered. It's just that they expect everyone to be the same. Just like they expect black people to be all the same. We're not. It's your spirit. But since they're always encountering the same stereotype, they have statistics. They're like, oh, this is another black girl trying to be white. Oh, this is another black girl trying to fit in. Oh, this is another poor black girl that's, desperate. Whatever, right? But they meet someone like me, and they're like, yeah, she's a real one, right? She's a real, her spirit is solid. We know who she is by her spirit. She's not just any old black girl. She's not any old desperate wannabe. Her spirit is solid. That's it. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm telling you these so-called secrets. Putting you on. No. But it's just like, how do you not know this? I think it's that you do know this, but you can't help it because you are who you are, right? If you're just that wannabe white black girl, you can't help it because you don't find yourself to be worth it. You don't find yourself to be enough. I do. So if I step into these wider places, do you think I'm going to walk with my head down? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You think I'm going to be scared to talk to a white man or a white woman? No, I'm not. You think I'm going to change my voice? No, I'm not. Why would I? And they're looking at that. They're watching you. They know already that some of you guys do that. They mock you, right? They're laughing, like they know that they have this power. That's what gives them that power, not knowing the power in you. And until you find that power in you, they will always have power over you. And you will always be a stereotype, and you will always be a statistic in their minds. Until they see different. And that's my point. They have not seen different. Look around. I hate to say it, but some of you guys are all the same. You know, you get this bad rep of like, oh, we're all the same. And we're not. I know we're not. But let's be real. Just like in other communities, they're all the same. Not everyone, but for the most part, because it's a community, right? They are expecting them to be the same. They're expecting you to be just like your community, right? Or the people that you look like. And until they see different, the only way they're gonna see different is not the way you dress, not the way you talk, like the way you change your they want to know you. So you got to be something different. And if you're just not that person that's different, then you're not. Hey, okay? I don't know what to tell you. My point is that you shouldn't have to change anything on the surface. You should just be different inside. You should just be one of a kind, because no one's you. But I think because I'm having to realize that something may not be right with you. So you may have to compensate with things on the surface to try to make you look different. Maybe, I don't know. Because I can sit here and just say, just be you. And don't do all that extra stuff, because they don't really like it. Let's just be real. I don't like it neither, but you know, this is coming from a sister. Like, don't be coming near. Like, for me, I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't like to, like, let me just keep it simple. Less is better, okay? It makes me feel more freer. I could breathe, and it's less for me to take off. Like, if I could ideally dress and wear what I want all the time, 24/7, I would probably be barefoot or just in like flip-flops. No socks, no closed-toe shoes. My feet can't breathe in that. My twinkle toes can't twinkle. Okay? And then maybe like a dress, you know, like a one set. I said a one set. Is it one set? What's it called? One, whatever. Like a dress, okay? I could just take it off. It's stretchy. I could take it off. It ain't tight. Just take it off in one move. It just falls down, falls off. All that other extra stuff, like, I get it, you know, you have insecurities, fine, but we're not talking about that. We're just saying, like, yo, they don't like that. You may do it because of your issues, but if you think that it's gonna get you far, or people actually like that, or they think it's cute, I don't think so. You know, I don't think so, because like, when you really think about it, Who really will want someone that's fake? Fake the way they talk, fake walk, fake life, fake lifestyle, fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows, fake lips, fake teeth, fake skin tone, fake body parts, fake muscles. Who would want that? So when you come into these places, as you would call it, dialed up, when you look messed up. That's the way they see it. You put so much effort into nothing. This person is not even real. This person is not real. That's what they see. That's what they see, bro. When you could just be you. So automatically there is a stereotype, because it's like you got plain old Alizé, and then you got blank, whatever your name is. That's the stereotype. Who do you think they're going to choose? Who do you think they're going to feel more drawn to, where they can connect to? They're not going to think they connect to someone that got a fake synthetic lashes on, and on top of that, the lashes be long like a finger. That's not professional. That could blind you, and it could fall in someone's food because it's fake. Let it be a natural eyelash. That was my bad, right? That could be excusable, because it's you can't help that. That's why they use hair nets and all that stuff. But you asking for it when you got 6-inch, I'm being exaggerating, but 2-inch, 1-inch lashes on. Well, longer than that, really, because I've seen them long. Come on. You're asking for the stereotype because it's become a stereotype. And then you see majority of this certain people dressing like that. Now, everyone else has adapted to that, right? There's many other people and cultures and, but we talking about our community, people that have the same skin tone as us. Yeah, predominantly it's very well known in this community wearing such things like that, not embracing your natural beauty. And so you wonder why there's a stereotype. I'm never confronted or insulted. I don't really be in people's faces like that anyway, to feel prejudice against or race, but even still, hearing about it, I don't ever feel insulted, because I don't act that way. I don't act in that stereotype way. I don't dress in that stereotype way. I never have. That's not even my personality. I'm far from the opposite. I don't really like anything on me. You know what I mean? I like to just be clean. I like to just be bare. The only reason why I have to wear underwears or a bra is for the courtesy. You know what I mean? For my own courtesy. For my own courtesy. In public. But if it was up to me, just let me just be naked, to that extent, just clean, bare, and then just give me a little dress and some flip-flops. That's it. I'm still naked, because you can still see me, just wash my hair, cleanse my hair, and then let it air dry or dry it, comb it out, brush it out, or let it be. It's going to be puffy, wild, and free. That's fine. That's it. Just leave me alone. Let me be. All the other stuff is too much. It's too much. Like, dang, you don't feel dirty? You don't feel dirty. Now it's called dialed up. Now it's like, oh, you ain't put together. Girl, stop. You look wretched and you just look crazy. You look crazy. And so now you got certain black girls that will look at you because you wearing your hair natural. Like, girl, please don't insult me because you don't want me to pull off that wig to give you a reflection, to remind you what you really look like, to remind you that you should be the last one talking. It's like we shouldn't even have to go there, but don't go there with me if you don't want to go there. It's just like, yeah, like, stop, like, please don't ever listen. For me, don't ever think that you're gonna come around me and make me feel little. Especially if you're another black girl. Don't think you're going to come around me and act superficial. You can act superficial across the street from me, but not like in my face and think that I'm going to like envy you. You're crazy. You are Delulu. Who wants your life? Who wants your life? What you want is peace. And you want to live in peace. And you want the people that you're around to know you, to live in that sort of peace, to stay in that peace. You have a man, you want to know that he's comfortable with how you look naturally, okay? Without the wig. Or without your hair always done. Shoot, I rock an afro. I'm a rock an afro because that is my heritage. That is me, okay? When my hair is not curly and I want to brush it out, let it air out, dry it up, that's a fro right there. That's a fro right there. That's an afro. I'm afro. That's it. So if he can't, like, that's what I mean. Like, if you can't accept me, then bye. When has it become a time where you live a lie? It's acceptable to live a lie. It's acceptable to be under pressure. That's not life. To be under pressure your whole life? No, sir. And to be not accepted is to walk away from those things. To say, okay, no problem, and move on. Life is about being and finding peace and happiness and staying in that, maneuvering in it. It is never to turn away from it or go in places with people that takes away that harmony and that peace, takes away your originality, and please. I start to figure out I'm like maybe teaching philosophy. It's like life's philosophy, soul's philosophy, dating philosophy. And good thing these things are recorded physically and spiritually so that, things do happen. But at least we'll have this on record just in case. Just in case to be reminded. because there's a lot more of that influence that causes you to lose self-respect and seek validation and to hate oneself, one natural self. We need this. We need more of this. So I'll leave it there.